the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. With that, let's head on up to Foxborough. Standing by with the call at Gillette Stadium, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the New York Jets. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And Charles, we've got two teams who know each other extremely well. These division games, they tend to be battles.
People scout like crazy in this league, but no one scouts more than within the division. Because if you win your division, you're automatically in the playoffs. That puts extra emphasis on these games, and they can't wait to get at each other.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now here come the Patriots to take over on offense. They're led out by a guy who's done just about everything you could ever imagine to do in this league, the great Tom Brady.
It's been a lot of fun watching him develop in his career. But that will to win, he's had that probably since birth, and it transmits itself throughout his entire ball club. Watching him play, it can be an absolute joy unless you're on the other team.
Wait, that wide, 80. Mike by 4. Down to lose 1.
Brady now on first down. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Alabama, 380. I'm coming.
From midfield, here's Brady. That's caught by his tight end, Matt LaCosse. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. Pretty good start there on plays 1 and 2.
And not discriminating at all, is he? Make sure he's spreading it around on the first 2 throws of the game. 2 different parts of the field as well.
Wait, 20. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Hey, 66.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Wait, 10. Wait, 80. Here I come. Hey, Alabama.
On second down, Michel. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down. And let's give you a look here at the New England offense.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs, because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
Wait, 10. 53. Check. Watch 54. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Hey.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Steve McClendon, credit him for the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
So now on 4th down, on comes Steven Gostkowski to try and get the patch 3. This will be from 49 yards out. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. Now Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. James White there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said, better team at home should steamroll them. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Leading them out is their 6'3" quarterback, the 3rd overall selection in 2018, Sam Darnold. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now it's Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Side. 58, come on. Man out, man out, man out, man out.
And down he goes.
Come on, Lyle. You better not.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. On the counter, here's Bell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
They're running it.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it's 3rd down. And we take a look now at the New York offense.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep for the Patriots, Gunnar Olszewski. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at the 20.
Watch the run.
Brady going to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. And quickly the starting 11 now for the New York defense.
C.J. Mosley's your prototypical Alabama linebacker. They'll come downhill and smack you, but they understand the game so well.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
I'm trying to collect. Check.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Goes underneath here to White. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Patriots send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. And quickly, let's check out the New England defense.
You have to love Jamie Collins. You can use him just about anywhere on the defense. Inside linebacker, outside linebacker, defensive end. He might even play a little bit of safety if you give him the chance.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On first down, Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down now, it's Bell. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. Going deep now for Herndon. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Darnold. Caught here by Bell. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. A shotgun snap for Darnold to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A 23-yard attempt.
Fickens' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start the drive with White, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, 53. Let's go. Man left, man left. 4 down, 4 down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. They'll get this one out to Rex Burkhead. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll be taken down at the 18. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mike, 58, right there. Here we go,
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Bell. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 18. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Brady now to throw. And Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
All right, D, let's try. All right, D, you go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
On 3rd down, Brady, and he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
1st down, here's White. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Wait, 50 seconds to mine. I'm coming. 72.
On 2nd and 7, Brady looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Let's go out.
Brady gives this to White. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
They go with White on the counter. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
New England on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Brady. He's got him in, complete. It's Julian Edelman. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line. And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best in the game. Knows how to go inside what one of my college coaches used to call the briar patch. Got to go in there where it's tough and make those tough catches. And not only can he do it, he can often run away from people after the catch.
Brady now, nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And this one brought in by Sanu. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Wait, 20. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off.
And they will run it with Michelle. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic 1st down.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. To throw, it's Brady. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Jordan Jenkins coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
All day, we on it. Johnny hit. Hey, goal 66.
Running out of the gun with White. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now Brady. And he's taken down. him, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Wreaking havoc was Nathan Shepard, the D tackle.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now on 4th down, on comes Steven Gostkowski to try and get the Pats 3. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York set to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Darnold now to throw. Herndon's got it complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play.
From the 50, it's Darnold. And incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run the counter. Bell trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. To throw is Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 25-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Darnold now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Bell. Dante Hightower on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 21-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
This is Bell. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. The Jets on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This will be a 37. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The spotlight now focuses on the quarterback, and that's Tom Brady. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now a pass here caught by Edelman. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it's second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 38-yard line. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Darnold now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's first and 10. They'll give this to Bell running right. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. They'll run it with Bell. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Back to throw, Darnold. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Ficken's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Rip left, rip left. Regular.
They begin with Michel on the ground.
Go.
Gets through, and now an opening. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Go. Check 26, check 20.
Brady, a quick throw out to Edelman. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
New England on 3rd down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. To throw is Brady. Complete to Dorsett. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Throwing now is Brady. He hits White, complete. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Brady to throw again. Slant route, caught by Edelman. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Oh, what a catch by Edelman. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Be a long day for you.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Dorsett's got it. Touchdown, Patriots. Philip Dorsett there to make the grab. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The point after try for Gostkowski. Oh, this is blocked. And the Jets have got it. Does the big boy have the juice? He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points.
It's on.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Trying to lay one up deep. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. In your face.
Darnold on third down. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was the veteran Devin McCourty who got a hand in there to break that one up.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
That one goes for 30 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Brady. Complete to Watson, the tight end. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the out. Check the backer.
Going right side is White. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here we go.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Brady. Goes underneath here to White. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Gostkowski's kick is good, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And the Jets set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, deep, man up, deep.
They'll go again with Bell. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Going quickly here to Thomas. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold, and he's got it complete to Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run the counter. It's Bell as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Again, it's Bell. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. His throw incomplete. Oh, Thomas unable to reel that one in, but it'll be 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be
Here's Bell, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Bell powers through. And some good, tough running, but he's still going to be stopped about a yard short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. Spotted at the left hash. This from... And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Brady and the Patriots now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Brady. That's complete to White. Give him 9 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Check. Watch 54. We own now.
Sugar. Brady now on 1st down. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Strip that ball. Check.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there, and I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 37.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Let me do.
Brady gives to Michelle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Wait, 20. Ricky. Hey. Check Mike, 57. No, 66.
Caught by Sanu. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Brady now to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Gostkowski with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 2nd down and 10, Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. Open man is Robbie Anderson. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And out will come the offense as they take over. So the Patriots coming out now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now Brady. He's airing it out for Sanu. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. The 4th touchdown pass in the game for Tom Brady. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Gostkowski for the point after. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, a long touchdown pass into the end zone. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's got a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I got it.
Darnold now to throw. And he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Darnold to throw again. Throw complete to Herndon. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Lawrence Guy able to bring him down.
The tackle made by Lawrence Guy. That's the end of the third.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching. Just a yard on that last run.
Watch the run, watch the run.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bell, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
The Jets on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 10. Now Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. And here we go on 4th. Darnold. It's caught by Herndon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Caught here by Griffin. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On second down, it's Bell. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was all capped on the touchdown run by Ty Montgomery. Here's Sam Ficken now for the Jet field goal. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again, Mohamed Sanu is marching back onto the field now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, it's Michel. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Wait, 57. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Kill. Wait, did he hit? Jacket, reload.
On 3rd down, Michel. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Double time, double time. We got
ball 66.
On the ground is Michel, and he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run with Michel. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Wait, 20.
tackles, tackle.
Shadow.
On 3rd down, Michel, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon, and he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Watch the pass, here we go.
Darnold on 1st down. Caught here by Bell. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 21-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing again is Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Again, Darnold. And Anderson's got it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Darnold completes to Bell. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Patriots.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
That turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Wait, set, round 80, round 80. Regular.
On play action, now Brady. He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at the 34. After the interception, here's Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
To throw is Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I'm going back to you.
Back to throw, Darnold. Goes underneath for Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Hey, we're outside.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. No chance.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That was shades of Tennessee volunteer football back in the 80s with Charles Davis coming up from the secondary to make the tackle for a loss.
You mean my teammates doing that, right? Because they would tell you, my coach would say, where's that tape? I want to see that. But how about the complete package there? Not just playing the pass, but being a willing tackler and making a really nice play.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Here we go. Here we go.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Darnold now to throw. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line.
Well, that was point-counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. 2nd down and goal. Darnold. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, They really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
On fourth down, Darnold. And caught by Thomas. Touchdown, Jets. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is secured by the Patriots. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Wait, set. Green 80.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
When he hit.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And it's Michel once again. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Wait, set. Wait, 20.
Mike 54. Double dog. That's the way.
Goal 50.
On the ground, this is Michel. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee.
Wait, set. Green 80. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And to the surprise of nobody that watched this game, guess who led the way in the victory? Tom Brady.
Oh, yeah, Tom Brady, who did his normal performance. And sometimes I wonder if we don't give enough credence to the performance. Because he did his job, right? He did what Brady normally does, right? I just wonder if we should be marveling a little bit more. But in this case, let's just leave it on an even keel. Tom Brady did it again.
Another winner for TB. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.